We have the other aspect that we need to consider here is the shielding approach in as a standard solution. And this is something that we need to also see it in a good way because the shielding approach is what we call also the shielding paradox. And the shielding paradox stands that when you're trying to isolate yourself, and the people are using fabric textiles and you're using a specific type of material to isolate themselves from the microwave radiation. But the problem
Mhm.
is when you do that, you are also blocking the natural flow and interaction with the natural EMF. And this is well
Mhm.
proven, and it was proven in several studies. And the most important study around this that I can connect easily to everybody was an article that came out last year. I have it here about honeybees and the honeybees' behavior in a Faraday shielded hive. And all the bees die because they lose the interaction with the human rest.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes. What's happening in Fabre and Johansen, Professor Johansen is very famous in the field in electrohypersensitivity studies since 1979. He was in the Karolinska Institute in Sweden and studying this for 4 decades. And they realized that human resonance is mandatory for colony survival. But the reason of that is not only that human resonance is an ultra weak natural electrical signal, it's also combined with an ultra weak magnetic signaling that we have in our spaces. We are like bees. If we lose the internatural interaction, we are going to see over time how we are not healthy, even if we are isolating ourselves from the microwave artificial radiation. And I
Mm.
see it so many times. I help so many people that have Faraday cages in their homes. I have customers that build the best approach in building biologists. Is a very good
Mhm.
approach, but
Mhm.
they build in the master bedroom Faraday cages. And they need to
Mhm.
go out from the Faraday cage. And I help them to understand, hey, just try it and try to see what's happened when you start to reconnect with
Mhm.
nature. And they recover basically the good state, the natural healthy state. So this is the reason also that we need to understand that the approach instead to shield it our spaces, because if you're trying to do this is one of the approaches that I always help people to understand. This is not a good approach. This is people with electrohypersensitivity trying to be isolated, and with
Mhm.
time they will be go with more a weakened state, and they're going to be more sensitive over time, and because they will reduce the voltage in their body, and the magnetic component get weak and weak and weak. The solution, instead to trying to shield it everything, is filter out. So
Mhm.
have a good approach in the quality of the electrical wiring system, the bubbles, taking care, isolating cables, shielding the cables. That's a good approach. When I say
Mhm.
shielding, I'm not saying shielding the cable. The cables is a very good approach. Everything that we can shield about the electrical fields is good. What that I'm saying basically is, if you're trying to block the microwave radiation, that's the problem. Because at the same
Mhm.
time, you will produce a bouncing effect inside and outside. You will produce more interference, more noise to the space, and you will lose this natural interaction with the EMF. In the other hand, we need to also understand that we have a population that is more sensitive. We have kids
Mhm.
and we have women. And I have a nonprofit, it's IFIA Foundation. We're working in several countries around the world. And we have I run with specific doctors in the Dutch Caribbean island, working with the Dutch Federation of Electrohypersensitivity. And we run a 4-year study. And, and what we found was specific signs and symptoms related to people suffering from EHS. And some specific symptoms are related to some specific frequencies. And it's crazy to see how many people are basically aware of the microwave radiation, but not aware of the electrification in their homes. And they're
Mm.
getting signs and symptoms in their body, in the skin, connected to the electrification component.